Hello, everyone. Anybody on here? And we do have people on here. Apparently, my camera is not working, so you're not going to see a lot, unfortunately. So this is going to be like a audio hangout for a while until somebody else comes on that's an admin. Um, it always things always happen. So you got to be prepared for that. And so hopefully, not seeing my smiling face is not going to upset anybody. Um, and so let's just talk about the things that you may need to do. This is a training and marketing tools hangout webinar. Um, I was going to call it a podcast, but unfortunately, I found out a podcast uses different software, and so it's not officially a podcast. So this is just um, a webinar, a hangout, where I'm going to be uh, giving some advice, some tools, some training, and so I guess people are not happy that they can't see me. Maybe they are trying and it's just not working. No, you really can't see me. And hopefully you can hear me fine. But yeah, for some reason my camera went out right before the webinar. So I apologize for that. Hopefully I'll have we'll have another admin on pretty soon, and you'll be able to see them. So for right now, let's just talk about what training and marketing tools, what this is going to be about. And we tried to start this back a few months ago, and there was just too much going on. Holidays came up, just too much stuff going on. So what we're going to do is I want to just take you step by step through things that you're going to need to make it in this environment. I assume that everybody that's on they want to learn how to make money on the internet, and it's it's hard. It really is. And anybody who's been trying this for a while knows that it's not the piece of cake that they tell you it is. And the reason is it just, it's like you don't, you went to school to learn a trade or to learn a job. And you didn't do that in just a matter of days. You didn't do it in a matter of weeks. Most of you went in and you got a 4-year degree, maybe 2-year degree. You went to college for a while, and then you came out to get a job, hopefully in the field that you were studying in. Now you took a lot of time. You spend a lot of money doing that. It's the same thing when you're starting a business. Is it takes time and it takes some money. People who tell you that you can just start a business where you only work an hour a week or 4 hours a week and you doesn't cost you anything, they're lying to you. I'm sorry, but they're lying to you. It's not that simple. If it was, everybody would be doing it, and everybody's trying to do it. But mostly what's happening is people are just taking your money and they're not giving, and they're not really giving you anything. And if they do sell you something that's worthwhile, you put it up on a shelf and you think, and this is a mental concept that we all have, 80% of the how-to products that are sold are never even opened. Does that blow you away or what? That 80% of the how-to products that are sold are never even opened. There was Robert Allen. A lot of you may know him. He's selling a course now. His courses are very expensive if you're familiar with Robert Allen. He does house flipping and those kind of things, and he's been around for a long time. No money down kind of things. And so he sold this course. Now it was, like I said, very expensive course. Turned out, and when I was talking to him, I don't remember now, but it was like the fourth cassette, because this was back when it was on cassettes, and I don't think it was CDs or DVDs yet. I don't believe, but it's like the fourth one came from the manufacturer completely blank, out of a 10 disc set or a 10 tape set or a 20 tape set, whatever it was, the fourth one. Now, and they never found out for months. What does that tell you? That means people went months without ever getting to the fourth one out of a set. I don't even understand. I don't even understand. Why would you buy something and never use it? So I was going to show you some things tonight, but unfortunately I don't have my webcam doesn't work, and I don't have anything. I should have went ahead and made a regular presentation that I could PowerPoint, but I was just going to kind of talk to you tonight. And so I am talking to you, and there are people out there listening. I was hoping somebody was going to be else on here, but apparently they're not an admin, so they're not on the admin. So you're just going to have to put up with listening to me for a little while. I won't keep you for a long time, but I just want to talk to you about, why should you listen to me? I think that's a fair question. Why would you even be listening to me? And that's a good question. Yes. No, I have been trained by some of the top people in the industry. Anybody who's out there who knows Napoleon Hill, who's read Think and Grow Rich or any of his books, knows that he always talks about this guy called W. Clement Stone. A lot of people don't even know who W. Clement Stone is, but that Andrew Carnegie started Napoleon Hill on his adventure, let's call it. And he went out and interviewed the richest people and some of the poorest people. It wasn't just the rich people. He went out and interviewed the poor people too. So, because we want to know what not to do. It's all right to learn what to do, but you also need to know what not to do. People who are actually trying and not succeeding, what are they doing that they're doing wrong? So if you've not read Napoleon Hill's, his real success series, which Think and Grow Rich was just a minor compilation of those, you need to actually sit down and read the whole thing. It's huge, but they actually held it off of the market because it was said that anybody who actually followed it would become successful. And that's very true. Well, when I was 12 years old, I started reading this magazine called Success Unlimited, and it was authored, it was published by W. Clement Stone. He was the publisher of that magazine. And he has an incredible story of his own. He went out and his father died when he was very, very young. He had to help support the family. And so he was out trying to sell newspapers on the street corners. Hey, I think we've got somebody else on. You're going to actually have somebody to see tonight. Okay. So W. Clement Stone was out at the age of, I don't know, 5 or 6, and he was selling papers, and the big boys would kick him off the corner. So what he did is he went and he would go inside the cafes. Well, the owners would throw him out, but because he's just a cute little kid, they loved him. So they they kept telling the owner not to kick him out. So he was able to overcome adversity. Hey, we have somebody else on. Cool. So I'm just going to turn my camera off. That way she's on. Hopefully. Let's see. Maybe that doesn't work either. There she is. Okay. It's still going to go back to me even though I turned my camera off. That's really dumb. We've got to find a way around this. Anyway, so we've got Beverly on tonight. And
can you hear me, right?
Yeah, I can see you now. And you can see my picture?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you fine. At least I've got my picture up there, which I guess was better than the blank screen. So that's good. Anyway, so long story short, so I studied. My goal was to work for W. Clement Stone so I could learn everything that he knew, because he's the one that got Napoleon Hill going again after Andrew Carnegie, and after he kind of went into retirement. W. Clement Stone got him going again. So and they wrote books together. And anyway, but W. Clement Stone's got he's got an amazing background, and it'd be worthy of study. But he knew everybody, so he created this magazine called Success Unlimited. He got all the top people that, the motivational speakers, the sales people, everybody wanted to be featured in that magazine. So it was just motivational articles. It's very important that you stay motivated. If you're going to be in this business, it's extremely important that you stay motivated. And the way to do that is always be listening to something motivational. So anyway, so I got a chance to work with W. Clement Stone, for W. Clement Stone, and I learned an incredible amount of information. He wrote a book called Success System That Never Fails. We used that system every day. That was our requirement. We used that system every day, and it works if you would follow that, because part of the problem that people have is they think they're on the computer, therefore they're busy. If you know anything about inchworms, if you take a bunch of inchworms and put them nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail, and you put their food source in the middle of them, they will just walk around and walk around and walk around until they die, because they think they're actually going somewhere, and they're not, because all they're doing is just going in a circle, and the food is within an inch of where they are, and they don't find that. So don't be like the inchworm. Don't be just hanging out on Facebook, hanging out on, whatever you're doing, just reading your emails, whatever. Focus on having 1 hour of productive time every day. That's incredibly important, that you spend at least 1 hour of productive time every day, doing something that is going to make you money, because you're not going to be successful if you're just hanging out on Facebook. You know, what could you be doing on Facebook that could make you money? And that's one of the things we want to talk about tonight, and one of the reasons we have Beverly on. And hopefully her camera is going to work, and you'll be able to see her. But so we're going to talk about a little bit about how to have your Facebook be something that's over and above what most people have. Most people do not know. Most people do not know how to really set up a decent Facebook account. And so they throw their picture up there. They throw pictures of their, you know, their banner is just a picture of their family or an outdoor scene. Or now, how is that going to make you any money? Think about that. You know, think about what you're doing. So, so Beverly is a Facebook designer. And so we're gonna pick her brain tonight, and I want you to listen in while we pick her brain, because I want you to learn about some of the things you need to be doing to make your Facebook something that's going to actually produce something for you, and not just a place to hang out and waste your money and waste your time. So Beverly, can you hear me? Okay, that's not a good sign. I'm not hearing you, and I'm not seeing you. Beverly. Okay. So we'll go back to me. And when Beverly is awake, or her system is up and working, then we are able to hear her. We'll be able to catch that. These kind of things always happen. We're going to we'll work these out, and you know, next week, and we're going to do it at a different time next week, because Wednesday night doesn't seem to work out for a lot of people. So we're going to try this, and you can text me or something if now I got a message. Beverly shows up when she's talking, but I don't hear her talking. Does anybody else hear her talking, and it's just not me? Hello, Beverly. Can anybody hear Beverly? Okay, I guess not. If you come back to life, let me know, and we'll continue our conversation. So where was I? Anyway, so I had a chance to work with W. Clement Stone, and it was an incredible experience. I've worked for some of the top leaders in the industry. I finally got a chance to work with Donald Trump. I had a chance to meet him, that was a really cool experience, to be able to hang out with him and be able to talk to him. He's actually an amazing person, but you really wouldn't think he would be anything less than an amazing person to do the things he's done. He is the best negotiator I've ever met, but he always believes in a win-win situation. Whenever he's negotiating, and this is why he is so good, and this is something you can learn from, is how can you get the other person what they want and still get what you want? You've got, and some of the things he's done is extremely out of the box, like when he bought that huge place down there in Florida. You know, there are several people that were making bigger offers, but the family's goal was, and so this is what he found out, was they wanted it to always look exactly like it did. Hey, Beverly, you there?
Yes, I believe so.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So let's
Technology.
yeah, but except I don't see you.
Well, I don't see me either, but we'll see if I get some kind of video reset. I did get a voice reset, so we'll see if the video reset comes on.
This is going to be like we could have just had a phone thing going on tonight, apparently, because now nobody can see us. So at least I've got my little picture there. So let's talk about Facebook a little bit, and what are most people doing wrong?
Well, a lot of people don't really, I think, have a clear understanding of what Facebook really is and what they've done. And there's a lot of other programs out there telling you to get multiple Facebook sites when in essence that's not the way it's done. And you have one profile, and your profile from that point, then you can get multiple sites. It's kind of like I guess more like a train, shall we say, you know, and you become the engine, which is your profile, and then you can add, in addition, all the train cars that you would like, but you can only have one engine, and those are called business pages or fan pages, and those are the things that you want to create. That's what brands you, or those fan pages, not your profile. So you use your profile page as something to just communicate with friends and family. When you want to work a business on Facebook, you want to generate a fan page, and this is where it's really important that that fan page becomes something that speaks out loud. And the graphic work is what speaks out loud. Back in the day, it used to be websites. Websites were the important thing, and now not so much. You know, think back in just your own dealings with a website. You know, if that website was hard to read or didn't look very good, how long did you actually stay on it? Your Facebook page is kind of the same way, and that's what makes the graphics one of the most important things to be able to have, so that when somebody does go to your fan page or your business page, that it's attractive looking and it stands out and it's sharp and it catches people's eye, because when you're online, you have just a couple seconds to keep that attention span. So Facebook is kind of like a child. You know, their attention span is very, very short. So when people are on Facebook, you need to grab that attention immediately. So basically what we do here at TJB FB Designers is we recreate that business page for you to speak out loud, so that when people, you know, hit that fan page or that business page, they can see you right there and know what it is that you're talking about or that you're trying to get across to. So your photo really does say a lot more than words can ever say. I'm sure everyone has heard the old cliche, pictures speak louder than words, and they seriously do, especially on Facebook. If you look at what Facebook has done over the last few years and just over the last few months, you see video after video after video, you see picture after picture after picture, and that's what people are looking for, not just a written post. So it's important to know that when you do want to brand yourself, your business page is your brand. It's your name. It's your birth certificate, so to speak. So you want that to speak out loud and say what you wanted to say. And so we over here at TJB Design are going to help you get that. And we also will make little tabs for you so that they look attractive and not just like a couple headlights looking back at you. They will connect to whatever you want them to connect to, whether it's a website or another business site of some sort or an event. So that's entirely up to you. And as long as we have a URL, we can connect it to that. So that's kind of what we specialize in, is making that page brand you. And it is all about you. It's not the company that you're with. It's branding yourself. What happens if you change companies? You know, then you've got a page that really does you no good because it's all about the company. And Facebook helps you to, in relationship marketing. So your business page is like your relationship. So when you have that relationship with your potential customers or clients out there, they are going to do business with you if they know, like, and trust you. And that's what your business page is going to say by the graphics that are on it. I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit about why it's important to have those business pages and not to double up. Multiple streams of income are definitely important. So you can have as many business pages as you like and keep them separate. It's not that you can't integrate them, but keep them separate, otherwise you confuse people as well. So
you just pointed out something that I didn't realize, which you just pointed out that most of us that have fan pages, we have them for, you know, have our business logo up there, you know, the company. If we're with, like, Wake Up Now, we've got something that's, you know, like, you know, that's got a background of, like, Wake Up Now, and or if it's a Solvay, or if it's Empower Network, or, you know, whatever it is, most of us have these, have some kind of a page up there that looks, that references the business and not us. And I think that's extremely important that people realize that this is Facebook is their branding. It can be, they can have a separate page for, you know, if you're in 3 or 4 different things, you can have a separate page for each of those things, but you're still branding yourself, and that's the key. Now, do you have any other tips that people can take away from this tonight? That, you know, something they could go out and do that would immediately make their Facebook page better?
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, really take a deep look at what it is that you do, whatever the company is. And, you know, and we do have a lot of network marketing or affiliate marketing things now that are on the internet that we associate with. You know, so when you are branding yourself, working for an MLM company or even a brick and mortar, it really isn't about them, it is about you. So you need to start looking at what do you do? What is the outcome that you're going to help your audience create? You know, if you're a doctor, you're going to advertise yourself as what? Well, I'm a brain surgeon. Well, if you're a brain surgeon, you're not going to have pictures of hearts on there indicating you're a heart surgeon. You know, so basically what you want to do is take a look at what it is that your business is going to accomplish for that person. Now, you mentioned a couple network marketing things like the Wake Up Now, which is for travel. You know, well, when you put their logo up there and you put a big vacation package up there, you know, that's all pretty and everything, but that doesn't say anything about you. When you can put yourself up there enjoying a vacation that only costs you, you know, say $500 for the week instead of $5,000, now you're branding you and what you do and what you can help other people do. You know, do you want a vacation? Do you want a vacation that isn't going to break your bank account? You know, so that's kind of maybe some of the things that you might want to start investigating in what your business is and what it is that you do. You know, if you're in the health and wellness industry, in the company that you're with, what is the outcome? You know, if you're looking to make somebody healthy physically, if you're looking to make somebody healthy mentally, if you're looking, you know, to, let's say you do meditation or you do yoga, you know, those are things that you want to look at. Here's where you are and here's what the outcome is. Not advertising somebody else's business name in their logo, and start looking at yourself as a business. And I think a lot of people don't realize if they are in a network marketing or an affiliate type marketing or any kind of online, business, get serious about it, because this is you. This is your business. This is what people want to know. They want to get to know, like, and trust you, not your company, not the company you represent. They want to know you. And when they can trust you, and that photo is going to say, that branding yourself is going to say, hey, this is me. This is what you get. This is what you see. Then you are going to be successful in making a business page on Facebook or any of the other social medias that speak out loud as to who you are. You can go in there and change your own cover front. You can change your own photos. But what we do over here at TJ Designers, we specialize in that graphic, because we want to make that graphic clear and crisp. It's like Photoshop. And Photoshop is a very expensive program. There's a lot of graphic programs out there, and then you got to sit down, you got to learn it. Where's your time element? Are you busy, building your business, or do you want to be busy trying to make a page and then struggling with it because you're not sure how to? Do you have the time to learn how to do that? And we over here at TJB Designers are taking that how-to away from you. All you need to do is provide us, with what it is you're trying to accomplish. And we can actually even, in some cases, help you design and figure out how that business look is going to be to represent you and not your company that you're working for. And so when people get to know you from that, then they're going to want to do business with you, because you're giving them quality and quantity and whatever it is that they're after. So I hope that kind of makes sense.
Right. Well, you made a very good point there, because that's one of the key things I learned from working with W. Clement Stone was never do something that you can pay somebody less to do for you. You don't work on your car anymore. I mean, 99% of us don't. In fact, most of us don't even change our own oil anymore. But we just don't, because there's a professional who knows what to do. If you've got a leak in your plumbing, you don't try to fix it yourself. You call the plumber, or you're going to have a big mess in your house. At least, maybe this is just me. But whatever you're going to do, and if it's your business, it's even more important that you get a professional to do something that you'd spend hours doing, that you would be a lot more productive by doing something else. It's like the inchworm again, just going around in a circle and just working. I'm playing on Photoshop. I'm gonna design my Facebook page. I'm gonna design my website. I'm going to design my blog. No, I mean, you spend a lot of money for that program, then you spend a lot of hours, which equates to money. So I wanted to give you some real value tonight. I mean, we can. You've bought so much training, and it just sits up on the shelf. I want to offer you something tonight. That I had to whack Beverly over the head, believe me, because this is way under priced for what they normally charge. I mean, ladies, they charge like $150 an hour or $300 an hour. They charge. If you get a good designer, it's expensive. Let me tell you. So what I don't have it, and I don't know, Beverly, you got. Anyway, I'm gonna just give you a link. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I don't know if this will work. Let's just see.
Well, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
see
know why.
if I can do, if this will even work. Screen share.
Well, when we're talking about, putting out there and paying someone who has made it their career and their business to do things, it's kind of like the technology here tonight. Oh my gosh, and webinars have been going on for, a long time now, but at the same time, when technology steps in and it's doing its thing, it's going to do its thing. And the same thing with the technology when it comes to designing your Facebook page. Sure, you could do it, but what's it going to result in? How is it going to look in the end? Does it look like a professional, or does it just look like, wow, I did it myself? Same way with, as you were saying, Roy, the plumbing. Sure, some of the
Do you
little
see the
things that you
page?
can do,
Or
results that you
what are you seeing on the screen now? Anybody?
Well, I see something next to my name here of little. It looks like a ticker tape, like a receipt type of thing. But it's not big here on my end. I'm going to click on it and see what happens.
Okay. Maybe it's not working either.
Well, there's I clicked on the link on it and see if it takes us anywhere. Now it's just kind of going back and forth. I guess maybe
Okay,
what you
I'm going to put
link.
this in the chat, and people can just go to this. Just go to that, and go ahead and tell them what you're offering. It's
Well, basically, what we're doing over here at TJB Designers, and on this special, we charge $150 to do one cover front, and also your photo. We clean up your photo so the photo blends in with the cover, and then we do 3 tabs, that we can hook up to your blog, to your website, or to an event page, or whatever you want. And we do that for $150. Tonight, if you get in for the first 20 people, we're going to actually do that for $97, and that's a bargain. You probably won't see this again.
No, you'll never see that cheap again. In fact, their normal price. I mean, they had a special running for $150, and I beat Beverly up and said, no, for my people, we're going to do it for $97, and she's all the way in Las Vegas, and so she couldn't beat me up. So next time I see her, I'm sure she will. But for right now, you're going to get a special you're never going to see again, and you're actually going to get something. It's going to completely change your Facebook page. It's not a training. It's not something you're going to put up on your shelf. You're going to actually have something that's going to give you an advantage over your competition, over anybody else that's on Facebook. Those first few seconds people see your page are critical, and so you've got to have something that's and so this design team, Beverly and her design team, work one-on-one with you. They don't just throw something up there. They actually work one-on-one to find out what it is you're about, so that you're actually putting yourself up there, your best self up there on your Facebook pages, and it's phenomenal. And really, to have a professional do this for you, you couldn't afford to do it any other time. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Go ahead, Beverly.
What we can do tonight, because we are having a little bit of technical difficulty here, and we are talking about Facebook. If you want to go into your search bar, you can search for T like in Tom, J like in Jack, B like in Beverly, right? TJB Designers. You're going to see 3 different ones. You'll see TJB Designers, TJB Designers 1, and TJB Designers 2. So there's 3 of us who are in this. And basically, feel free to go to those Facebook pages. There is a little video on there that you can watch, and you can get a free download on what we offer, a free quote. And in that search bar, either type saying that you were on this webinar tonight and you would like the special, and we will honor that. Or just, there's an email going to be on that little video that you can watch, that you can capture, and also send us an email, and we will honor that $97 if you just say, hey, you were on the webinar with Roy and Beverly on Wednesday night, and we will honor that for you.
Wow. Hey, thanks, Beverly. That's cool, because, I mean, you could go to this link that I put in the chat, but you probably would rather see what you can get. And so, you know, like she said, go to TJB Designers, Facebook Designers, right?
No, you can't use the word Facebook on Facebook, you know, in your thing, so just know that. They'll kick you off. But it's just TJB Designers.
Oh, okay, and, TJB Designers. Can you type that in the chat, or maybe I can?
I don't even.
You don't have that. Okay,
show a chat on my end here.
TJB Designers. Okay, so you go to Facebook.
It's plural.
Okay, you're going to go to Facebook, and you're going to type in TJB Designers, like what I have up there. And then just, and Beverly's, there's a phone number, there's an email. Just say, yeah, we want the special, and you'll be able to get it. Believe me, cheaper than you're ever going to get it anywhere else, because, you know, Beverly's a friend. She's really nice. She let me drag her down to a price that's really so low. You're never gonna get an opportunity like this to have a professional completely design your Facebook site. So you're
and we do take it that step further, Roy. You know, with someone, if they have questions, we're not afraid to answer questions, and we do want to work with you, because this is your page. It's not our page. It's your page. You know, and so we will try to help you speak what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I've done some designing before, you know, and farmed it out, and they didn't want communication between the person and the page, and you know, and who is designing it, and it's like, wow, well, I can't work that way. I need to really be face to face, ear to ear, you know, with the person whose page I am developing, because it is theirs. It's not mine, it's theirs. And, you know, so we want you to be happy with that page. We want that page to say who you are and what you do, because it is important. That relationship, that picture is going to actually give you that warm and fuzzy relationship marketing end of it. And, you know, the social media and the whole internet has just opened up a world. It has actually brought the whole world together. And we were talking about that the other night. You know, to be able to reach out to anywhere in the world is awesome. You know, so now you can take your business anywhere. You can take your friendship anywhere. You know, and there's been a lot of strong friendships built. You know, and a lot of business partners have been found that weren't, you know, would have never been found before had it not been for the internet. And so if you're looking to expand who you are, your business, and what you want to do for the world and for the economy, you know, that business page needs to really sing and dance and just jump out at people, because if they open it and there's nothing there, how long do you think they're going to stay there? Do you think they're even going to want to click on any of your tabs to see, you know, what makes you tick? No, they don't. You know, and there's some other little reports and things, you know, that we'll talk in another session, Roy, about as to how you can make that page even more interactive with people. It's getting late here tonight to be able to go into those kind of details, but we do have some little reports that will help you pick and choose what it is that you know want to do out there to strengthen what you are and how you can take your business, especially the network marketing and the affiliate marketing business, because they are pretty much all over the world in a lot of different countries. So that's something to consider in what it is when you're branding who you are. And, you know, look at a logo. Logos speak very loudly. So you'll want to make something representative to who you are. And when you go to our Facebook page, the TJB Designers, you're going to see, how we did that. And so it's just kind of interesting. And sometimes if you're not in the graphics, if you don't have that creative little, thing in your blood, it's hard for you to see. It's hard to visualize what you are in pictures. And that's where we at TJB Designers can take over for you. And in conversation that we have with you, we can help maybe verbally help you understand as to visualize what that is going to look like so that you can be happy with that page. We go beyond that extra mile to give you what you want because we want to satisfy you as well. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming on tonight. I apologize to everyone who's out there that you didn't really get to see us. You didn't get to really see what we had to show you tonight. But hopefully we gave you a little value, and if you do take Beverly up on her offer, I mean, it's really going to make a difference in your business. Remember, your business is a business. I had a very good friend of mine who's extremely successful. He joined a company, network marketing company, and spent $500 joining it. But he told his wife that they had just invested $50,000 in this business, and they actually worked like they had just invested $50,000 into a business. Treat your business like that. Make your Facebook page look professional, and it makes a big difference, and it will make an incredible difference. Any last words? Because we're going to go ahead and just shut this down because nobody can see us anyway.
No, I just look forward to doing business with you, and go ahead and go into my business page and like it and comment on the meeting. If you have any other questions, feel free to do any kind of posting in there. We'd love to get some feedback, and let's make your Facebook really sing and dance. And thank you again, Roy, for having me here. And I guess we need to see how we can work these bugs out. It seems like everything works on trial, but then when the real thing comes, wow, here we are.
Yeah.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we hope to see you again on a future webinar. So thanks, Roy.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye.